Gingers, the people that, let's be honest, only enter your mind 2 times a year. St. Patrick's Day and during that Harry Potter marathon you do once every couple years where you say, "Bloody hell!" on repeat for a couple days.
I hate this channel.
Well, I happen to be a ginger, and playing Pokemon games as a ginger has been a bit of a roller coaster ride. And it's all leading up to Legends Z-A, but we'll get there. Gens 1 through 5 were a simpler time. You're playing as Brendan or May. That's it. No change of your hair, outfits, nothing. Throughout the years though, we did meet some gingers and redheads along the way. Some fit in the category better than others, and most of them have hair that's more anime than realistic. But still, redheads nonetheless. But everything changed in Gen 6 when the Fire Nation attacked. When they added character customization. New skin tones, hairstyles, outfits, you name it. You can even put this little feather on your hat, which I always did for some reason. And what did Game Freak give me personally? Ginger hair. Wow. Cool, awesome, makes sense. Surely we'll have this option forever. You see, Pokemon X and Y was the golden age of gingers. You want to be a genocidal maniac? Do it. You want to be an evil scientist with an insane hairline? Do it. You want to be the lamest rival in history? Do it.
Anyone can be anything!
Including you. You too can be a ginger. Head on down to Lumiose City and become a ginger today. Call the number on your screen.
Well, that is, if you can find it and didn't get lost like I did trying to get the footage for this video and then having to look it up so that I didn't die of starvation on the streets. It's also holiday season as St. Patrick's Day just passed, so if you're trying to help support your local ginger, please like and subscribe. Thank you.
Spare change. Spare change, ma'am.
Was that a good transition? I don't know. Also, this never occurred to me until I started making this video, but are Team Flare Grunts real gingers? Or do they just dye their hair for Lysander? They have the right skin tone, obviously, as I too would burn to ash the moment a ray of sunlight graced my skin. So let me know in the comments if you think that they're actual gingers or not. I mean, regardless, I still have one evil team to cling on to. I mean, nobody can take Team Plasma away from me. Getsus is a lot of things, but at least he taught me that I'd look incredible as a Team Plasma grunt. In the only uniform they've ever worn, by the way.
You're ugly, you're disgusting.
Okay, now let's jump ahead to Gen 7. What's really odd to me is they put so much effort into character customization in Gen 6, then in Gen 7, it felt like they didn't really care at all. And I'm not even talking about the famous Komodo outfit. Like, the hair options in this game are so bad. And it's not even that they're ugly, it's the fact that every single option is so washed out. Like, this caramel blonde is as close to ginger as you're gonna get, and that's really sad. I then swapped to Ultra Sun and Moon to see if they added anything of note. They did not. And I ended up spending way too much time in the Alola Photo Club, which I actually forgot existed. Graphic design is my passion, by the way. Okay, so maybe the character customization options in Sun and Moon were a little disappointing, but I'm sure they'll fix it for the next gen, right? Okay, never mind, I think Sword and Shield might actually be the most painful one for me. They shove Sonia in your face all game. An actual ginger with natural hair, not anime hair, not washed out hair, a real ginger. Like, finally, I'll be able to be myself again, and what the hell is this? Like, you're telling me that I'm spending the entire game, every step of the way, chatting it up with Sonia, who looks like this, while I'm over here looking like a spicy pepper? Like, come on, man. I didn't want to go with the brown hair again, so I just tried sticking it out with the red. I think what made it worse is that I chose to wear glasses in the game, and the glasses Spawn of Satan combo I was rocking was just not it. I just realized that I spent the entire game looking like Quentin Quire. So I kinda hate myself now. That's a little niche reference for X-Men fans out there. Okay, let's move on to Legends Arceus, or Arceus, since someone in the comments of the last video said very eloquently that I say it like a British person says os. So thank you for, you know, making me feel self-conscious. I'm okay, just give me a second. You know what, after doing some self-reflecting, I do say it like a British person says us. And you know what, maybe that's okay. Personal growth aside, I ended up just sticking with the default character for the most part just because I never did the Mischievous requests, so I actually never knew that the Clementine hair color was a thing. So yeah, that's on me. But that game gets a pass just because the Jubilife Village theme is so good. Well, we're in Scarlet and Violet now, and boy do I have thoughts. You can cosplay as a Sko villain again, but don't you worry, Ginger fans, we've got a brand new entry to the lineup this time.
What the hell is even that?
Blinding every single person you come across with how bright your hair is. Like if Medusa made your eyes bleed instead of turning you to stone. That's how orange it is. And you know what I did? I gave up. I went to the brown hair. Like, this game broke me for so many different reasons. And to be perfectly honest with you, I don't think I would have survived cutscenes of me cosplaying as a leprechaun while interacting with the literal worst character in the franchise. Like, I would have lost my mind. Well, so much for that personal growth I had before, since now I'm realizing how much hatred I have for a fictional character. Oh well. Anyway, that brings us to Legends Z-A, the game that very much does not take place in the past, by the way. I'll tell you what, I'm so glad that I didn't make an entire video about a Legends Alola game based on the assumption that the franchise with the word Legends in the name would take place in the past. That would have been so embarrassing. So you can go clown my last video if you want, or you could just be like this person and comment cool. Like, cool back to you too, man. But anyway, we're back in Kalos. There's so many things to be excited about. The new mechanics, the new megas. But for me, it'll be seeing an old friend after 10 plus years apart. The Lumiose salon lady is the one who gave me my ginger hair in the first place. However, despite my excitement, there is one thing I noticed in that trailer. In the mecca of gingers, I didn't see a single one. So that gives us two options. One, there's been a ban on gingers in Lumiose City after the whole ultimate weapon incident. Or two, there are too many people within Kalos that have ginger PTSD, so they don't show us on TV anymore. I actually think that's why that they're not letting us out of Lumiose City, is because they're giving us our ginger hair back, but they know that we'd be such a menace if they let us out of the city that we're being contained within the walls. Which is fair. Like, if they let me out, I'd just be absolutely trolling the poor people of Geosenge. Like, they'd be terrified that I was part of Team Flare, and I'd just be walking down the street like,
oh, you may be having a panic attack, but get ready for a physical attack, bitch. Kick him in the face. Kill him.
Okay, so obviously this video is mostly satirical, as you could probably tell. At the end of the day, not having ginger hair isn't really a big deal. I have more copper hair anyway, so if you make it really, really orange, it doesn't look like me anyway. Like, I'm one of those gingers where if you put me next to someone with brown hair, I very clearly look like a ginger, but if I hung out at the Weasley house, I'd feel so out of place. Which, just side note for a second, did you guys know that Fred and George from Harry Potter aren't real gingers? Like, they dyed their hair. Finding that out was the beginning of my villain origin story. But like I said, I don't really care that much. Like, there's way more frustrating customization issues going on in the gaming industry. Like, especially when it comes to hair. Studios acting like it's too hard to have more than like 2 black hairstyles in a game. Like, yeah, okay, man.
Why does it matter what hairstyles they give you? You don't have to look like yourself to enjoy the game.
To that, I'll just say this. If the developers have the time to give you eyes with fire or hearts in it, then they can add a few extra hairstyles and colors. If you made it this far into the video, make sure to like and subscribe. I know some of you are still waiting on that Lusamine video, and I promise I'm working on it. It's just that coming back to YouTube after a while, I wanted to start with something a little more lighthearted before doing like a character deep dive. And thank you to everybody who left such kind comments on the last video. I really appreciate it. And if you're looking to do a little good today, I put some links in the description to some wildlife conservation organizations that do really great work. Especially now that a lot of funds are being taken away from wildlife conservation organizations, they really need our help more than ever. I hope you have a great day.
Okay, I love you. Bye-bye.